Allocating some time for love and compassion with close ones and, of course, family members is one of the essential parts of each person's life, and one of the most, stressful topics for each of us. Even thought we might differ in our age, you and I, still we have this concern about maintaining a good relationship with people who are close to us, people with whom we want to maintain intimate relationships. And that's why it is important to allocate some time for putting aside all preoccupations about your work, about your boss, about the upcoming project, and just relax in the present moment. Here's the key: relaxing into the present moment relieves you of any kind of stress, because all the stress comes from here. It comes from our head, it comes from our mind, or more precisely, from our thoughts. And because these thoughts create different scenarios based on the past experience, we just get into this circle of ongoing stress, which either goes into the past or into the future, back and forth. Just, it's chaotic. It's chaotic, but yet there is some beauty in that chaos. And each person wants to be relieved of that stress, and they think that perhaps they should go on a retreat or just isolate themselves. It works. It really works. And what is similar in all those practices of, going on to a retreat, isolating yourself, is that now you are focusing on the present moment. You are truly devoting yourself to being here and now, like in this video. As you're watching, you are contributing yourself wholly to listening and obtaining the information you desire to get from this video, which I hope you will get at the end of it. So, many books which talk about relationships, all of them discuss problems about different sides of partnership, basically men and women, and it may be appropriate in the case of men, but perhaps it could affect not only men but women too, that the main problem of relationships currently are stemming from selfishness. What I mean by that, basically, each of us does not really care about relationships. Wow, shocking, isn't it? Well, it is truth. Would you ever stop doing something you like just in order to be with someone, just in order to please anyone else? Would you like to lose your job just to be 24/7 with your partner? Of course not, because we are selfish. You and I are big, selfish, arrogant people. It's not that bad, but if we try to connect actually with the other person, be present in the moment, just listen to the person authentically, genuinely listen, genuinely start to care, you will become less selfish. In order to build relationships, we have to understand what is the love. And love is everything. It's not just, you know, this superficial interpretation of love, like hugging, kissing, complimenting. No, it's much deeper. And you probably know that love is God. God equals love. Because everywhere, what we see is God. What we can see, what is available to us, is the God. And God loves us on a much higher level than any person can. In fact, we are not capable of achieving this high level of love. We won't be able to achieve that, but we are capable of coming closer to that kind of pure, so to say, love. What is, you know, God love? What it feels like, what includes this process of loving like God. Forgetting about oneself is the first one. You forget about your jobs, your chores, your day to day duties, all of that. You forget who you are. Because now, in the present moment, you are here for the other person, to listen to that person and to really love that person. The second thing is to become wholly present, become wholly connected to the person you're interacting with. You just start to listen to each syllable of their voice. You just start to see the details of their face, the little details which we usually do not see because we are consumed with our daily preoccupations. The third thing, you try to maintain proximity. You try to maintain some proximity compounded with physical contact. The last one is truly important. maintaining physical contact. Because just imagine yourself for basically for a time of your relationship, for duration rather of your relationship, just standing like this always, and interacting in this way with your partner, never opening up to hug her, to kiss her, or to do anything which shows that you really love that person. It's not really good. And the fourth most important part is showing attention, basically. As you forget about yourself, you are nobody, basically. You are selfless. Although we cannot achieve the true selflessness rather, because selflessness demands to become a god. God is selfless, and to achieve that level of selflessness, we basically have to die and fly into the paradise, become souls, not a living humans, not a living creature, but we can, you know, get closer, approach this level of selflessness. And now that we achieve this low concern about our work, or basically about our life, we start to focus on something else. And that something becomes the life of another person. And as you build up this, connection with that person, as you, develop this state of flow, which encompasses the words of that person, the meaning you make out of them, now you get the integrated interaction of bonding with person. It would benefit you not just in a way of status, that you are really, that you're a talkative person, or that you are just glib, or that you're a great person to talk with on any topic. Most importantly, it will bring joy into your life. Because now that your life is basically all about sharing love, trying to make everyone else happy, when you forget about yourself, about your concerns, about your problems, you are here and now, basically. And because you are here and now, that's why you become less concerned about the problems themselves, and therefore become happier. Love is truly important in relationships. Balancing with your life and work is really important. Especially, you might really want to implement this theory of love in your work and try to understand whether this work actually is appropriate for you. Because if you are not in love with the job you're doing, then you're just killing yourself, basically. As if you were living with a person with whom you are not really in an intimate relationship. A person whom you do not really love. Imagine it. Just allocating 10, 30 minutes for interaction with others is a really great way of heightening somewhat your mood, a positive mood, of course. I do that too occasionally when I play with my sister. Now, because I'm studying a lot, I forgot about the basics, perhaps, of building good relationships, of sustaining basically the good relationships. And balancing that out is unimaginably important. After all, everything comes to love, because love is God, and God is everything. So, as an autonomous person, you might like do whatever you would like with that information. Just my personal recommendation would be to read more books about relationships, about the positive relationships and intimate relationships, perhaps. More study on spiritual love should be done, because now that we focus a lot on the superficial scientific love, that oh, this type of personality just attracts this type of personality, these chromosomes had to be compatible in those are important. Those scientific studies are significant, truly significant. This does not mean that you have to abandon the spiritual part of your life. These are two parts of the same coin: scientific stuff and esoteric, so to say, stuff. And when they combine, you get the unity, you get the happiness. So, this was the lesson I wanted to share with you, lesson that I've learned in the past, that just allocating some really important time, even thought it might be a little one, will play a huge role in the long term. Think about it. As you allocate some time, like 10 minutes or 30 minutes or even an hour, it's a better one, for interaction with a person you really appreciate, you really love, you really just care for that person. By doing this, in the long run, you will have a sustained relationships. You will have a friend who will help you in any situation, will understand you deeply because you have made a deep connection, who will always support you. So, yeah, this is everything this time. And hope you have a great relationships with your family members, with your close ones. Hope you build even greater relationships with them. Hope you achieve your goals. And hope you appreciate the love and its importance. Thank you.